much more difficult to predict what the Feds are going to do. And we'll discuss all of that then. Why it's much more difficult compared to other times. Then I also show all the research work done for me by ChatGPT. All the research work done for me by ChatGPT. And how I was able to use ChatGPT to get lots of data that should be very helpful towards predicting what the market actually is most likely going to do. Okay, so that's going to be by 6:30. So try to set your alarm, okay, 6:30 p.m. today. Join early and stay till the end. Make sure your network is stable, okay, and make sure nothing distracts you. Mm, mm. Okay. Mm. So I'm checking through the market to see setups. If I'm with any very, very valid setup that I can call out. No, 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 it's general. Don't worry. I'm analyzing the market. That's why I'm analyzing the market. So on USD card, nothing for now. On U that's USD listen. CHF USD card, nothing for now. Real USD, nothing for now. There was one on GPY. It's UGPY. Mm, UPSD. There's something here. Okay. Okay. Um, so we just have this card JPY for now. Let's see. We just have this card. It's just card JPY we actually have for now. So the card JPY is actually active. So hopefully, if card JPY gets to the entry point before um if card JPY gets the entry point before 5 p.m. In fact, before 4 p.m., it should give us a very, very solid reaction. Now, apart from that card JPY, two other setups also formed today. One of them was um one of them was EOJPY. Let me show you the EOJPY setup. And EOJPY did not react very well. While the second one was CHF JPY. CHF JPY reacted well, cleared for HFX, but for MT5, it only hit CP1. So I dropped a video on the pulse wave strategy. I don't think I have a recorded training for box wave yet. Maybe I have, but I didn't name it when after the session. I think I've taught it before, but I didn't just name it. So, like going back to my YouTube catalog and looking for the particular video, I can't see that particular video. If I search box wave, I can't see anything like that. So what I'm going to do is that after the FOMC today, I'm going to use tomorrow and next tomorrow to teach the box wave strategy. On our 11 a.m. sessions tomorrow and next tomorrow, I used to teach the box wave strategy. Then I would convert it to a PDF format and post it on the group chat for everybody. Okay, let's see this. First reaction, second reaction, third reaction. When we clone this and bring it here, this is the fourth reaction. So the fourth reaction was bad for both MT5 and HFX. That's for that's for that's for Euro JPY. Why CHF JPY was actually different. CHF JPY here we can While on CHFGPY, we can observe the same thing. All right. The only difference is that on CHFGPY, the market give a solid reaction, a very, very solid reaction, and it cleared for HFX, but did not hit TP2 for MT5, hit only TP1 for MT5. So for those who have always wanted to learn boxing strategy, tomorrow to Friday, that's what I'm going to be teaching on our live session. So you can see it. If you break this thing down to the 1 minute time frame, you'll see that. Let me break it down to the 1 minute time frame so you can count. The expiration time will be 10 minutes. So you break it down to the 1 minute time frame, count from here, you'll see that in 10 minutes, the market give a solid reaction for the CHFGPY call. So you can see the reactions here. If you count your expression 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 means expression would have been around here, which was actually a very good reaction. Okay, so let me go over the reasons why yesterday's results was actually the way it was. Okay, so yesterday I said we were meant to have up to like 4-1, 4 wins and 1 loss yesterday. But what happened was, let me show you. I'll start from the first trade we missed out on, which was I think ADSD or so. So let's start with ADSD. So on ADSD, this was the setup here. This was the first reaction, with a 10 pips. See, if you're actually on this session and you're not actually understanding what we are doing, it's okay, it's fine. After the training on Thursday and Friday, you're going to understand the strategy very well. And once you understand the strategy very, very well, you use the weekend to practice back test, get yourself familiar with it. Then from Monday, if you're actually on the live sessions, you're going to actually be following through with every single thing we are doing. Okay. So this is the first, second, third, and the fourth reaction was here. So this AD, yes, I didn't call it out. So expression time, 10 minutes. And if you look from here, this 10 minutes expression time would have been a very, very good reaction. It's very, very good reaction. Cleared for MT5 TP2 hits. 1:4 RR. And also for HFX2, it also cleared. Now, apart from this ADSD, we took GPS, which we cleared. We also had another setup again, two other setups again that I didn't call out. Let me go and show you those setups. Okay. I called out GPSD. Um, which gave a solid reaction. But apart from this ADSD, there was also I just want to pick my journal so I can check. Because despite the fact that I didn't call the trades out, I still recorded them in my journal so that okay. We had also USD card. There was also a solid setup to a USD card that I missed out on. So this USD card was not particularly my fault, right? What caused this one was that there's there was slight difference between the price on TradingView and the price on pocket options. Okay, so when I marked it up, it got the entry point on TradingView, but it missed the entry point on pocket options by like about 1 pipet, which is about 0.1 pip. So that's 0.1 pip difference was what made our USD card trade not to actually activate. But if you look at it, this was the first reaction. 12 pips to 3 pips. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why everybody like calling me by 11 a.m. when I'm actually in the session. Okay. I think I'll put in my phone on DND before my sessions from today. Second, and this was the third. So this was the one I called out, the USD card I called out. So you got the entry point on TradingView, but if you go on pocket options, you'll see that it's missed the entry point by just 0.1 pip. So that 0.1 pip made our pending order on pocket options not to activate. And this was the second trade we missed out on. This would have given us 2-0. Then we called out GPSD, which was a win, which was 3-0. Then we called that UGPY, which was a win, which was 4-0. Okay. So GPSD we called out one, UGPY we called out one, ADSD we missed, that was on that one. ESD card we missed, that was on that one. That would have been 4-0. Then the trade that we took two lessons on, AED card. The first entry I called out, all right, I missed, I mismarked it out. All right, so I didn't mark it out. I didn't mark it up correctly. I didn't mark it up correctly. I marked up somewhere like around here as the entry point. As the entry point, it was a mistake for my on my part. So that first loss we took was not meant to be a loss because I was not meant to call it out. That was not the right entry. That wasn't the right entry. The right entry was this red line which I called out. So after I called out the wrong entry first, and then I saw how the market acted, and now why this market act like this? I now checked very well. I now saw that this was where the line was meant to be. So I now called out this one. I now called out this particular entry. And this entry now, the market now didn't react well to it. So on this AD card now, we're not meant to lose two trades. We're meant to just have one lesson from it. All right. But because I missed the first entry, so I ended up calling out this first wrong entry, which we lost, and then the second right entry, which we lost. So we ended up taking two lessons on it instead of one lesson. Then I called out two other trades, which we won, two wins. But instead of these two wins, the trades which we won supposed to be 4 wins. If I had called out all the trades which formed yesterday. Yeah, I called out USD card, but it missed the entry point by just 0.1 pip. 0.1. But this was actually what our result was meant to be yesterday, but due to some errors, it was actually too. Did I feel bad about it? Yes, definitely. I felt bad. And the reason why I felt bad was this when it comes to trading, all right, if I lose a trade due to the normal, if I miss a trade due to, let's say, the strategy not being okay, let's say for example now I mark up my charts correctly and the market gets to the entry point and then it did not react the way it was going to react. But then I checked all my markup, every single thing I did was correct. It was just one of those trades that was meant to happen. I go to check fundamental news, no fundamental news, check no breaking news, but it was a lesson. I'm going to be okay. I'll be very happy, knowing fully well that it was not my fault. But then when I now have 2-2 instead of 4-1, and the additional losses were caused by wrong markup, which was definitely my fault. Markup, I won. Then also missed trades, which was also my fault too. This type usually used to get to me. You understand? This one usually used to get to me. Usually used to get to me. So it's just one of those things, okay? It's just one of those things. After the FOMC today, I think we are not going to have any other news again till next month. So we have like 2 weeks to this week and 2 weeks to actually focus on trading. So within that period now, we have lots of trades to take. And before the end of this week, who knows, the market can still give us 6 wins and 0 losses. And the market give us 6 wins and 0 losses. That will take our total wins for the week to 8 wins and 2 losses, which will still give us 80% accuracy. All right, so I'm still very, very optimistic about this week. Very, very, very optimistic about this. It has actually happened already. I will not actually let it get to me. I'll put it behind me. But I'm just trying to tell you. And the reason why I'm actually sharing this thing to you now is, though, despite the fact that I've been trading for 5 years, okay, I am still human, okay, and I can still make some mistakes like this one. You understand? And when I make mistakes like this, yes, it actually affects me. Yes, I actually feel bad about it. You understand? But um, the most important thing about everything is just to put it behind me so I can actually focus on the new opportunities. You understand? If I keep dwelling on these mistakes from yesterday, the FOMC news today is going to be affected. You understand? And apart from that, my other trees throughout this week can also be affected. But if I put everything behind now, we can get a very clear prediction on FOMC today, make huge amounts of money today, and then before the end of this week, we can still have like maybe 6-0. At the end of the day, we're going to have eight. At the end of the week, rather, we're going to have like let's say 8-2, which is still high, 80% accuracy on HFX. Though it was meant to be higher, but because I put it behind me, I'll still be able to still recover and still like make good distance for. So I'm just trying to show you. So because definitely when it comes to trading, you'll still face something like this. As long as you are planning on actually doing this thing yourself, you still face these mistakes where you miss out on a trade or you get entry wrong, or maybe even over leverage yourself at some point, or maybe even um what do they call it, enter double entries, or maybe let's say you want to enter a trade on HFX, you now go and use an amount that is bigger than what you intended to use. If you want to put like 2%, you now mistake, or let's say you want to put like $5, you now mistakenly put $50 and you now enter the trade fast. Then as a result of that, now you now lose $50 instead of $5 on the trade. Yes, you will feel bad about everything, but the most important thing is for you to put everything behind you. Because once you put everything behind you now, you'll be able to focus on the new opportunities actually in the market. But if you don't put everything behind you now, you're dwelling on, oh, I missed this, I missed that, down, down, that. What will happen is that it's going to actually affect your entire trade, and it's going to make you even make more mistakes, which is going to make you even lose more money. Do you understand? So that's what you just need to understand. So these things now are part of the whole psychology thing. You understand? Psychology thing, how you act, how you react when you lose. Whether it's your fault or it's not your fault, how you react, it's all bonded into your psychology. You understand? So I just decided just this session to just show you that and to let you see how it has actually been, and also how I also handled this particular situation. So when you're actually going to be faced with something similar to this in future, you're going to remember that, oh, I said this, I said that, and you're going to stay calm. and you're going to actually like help yourself through, you understand, without making any um wrong trading decisions. So that's basically for the Go Live session. Please make sure you fund your account to FBS. If you're not funded before, fund it. And when you fund, link it to MT5. Try taking one trade to see if they will allow you with 0.01 lots. So I try taking one trade. If they don't allow you, know that they have actually blocked your account and reach out to me. If they allow you, make sure you have everything ready for 6:30 p.m. And please, I'm not promising that we are going to get the prediction right, 100% right. You understand? So just make sure you risk what you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose $200, don't risk it. You just risk what you can afford to lose. Profit margin is very, very big. So no matter what you actually risk, you're going to actually have sizable profit for yourself. Thank you very much for joining the 11 a.m. Go Live session. And see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely, fantastic, beautiful, and amazing day. Bye.